Hey everybody, we are back with another TRX4m parts video. Got another shipment here from Injora, so let's open her up and see what we've got. As I'm getting this open, this will likely be the last set of parts or modifications I'm going to add to this TRX4m. I think we're reaching kind of the limit of capability on its stock chassis, and I don't really plan on going anything more complicated than what we've got here. So just a few more things to put on the finishing touches, and then I think this will be it for this truck. So opening up here, let's see. All right, so we have got the 53mm shocks that everybody has come to know and love. Can't wait to try those out. I didn't want to go with the longer ones. I think the longer ones are 59. I didn't want to raise the center of gravity any more than it already is with this top-heavy Defender, so I went with the shorter shocks. So looking forward to see how those go. Got a few little red tow hooks just for aesthetics. I got the brass lower shock collars, or the spring collars, and the brass retainer ends for those 53mm shocks. I've got the steering knuckles. Sorry, these are the steering knuckles. And the, gosh, what do you call those things? Like the C things, hubs, whatever. Anyway, like the steering components for the front end. So that's what I've got here. Looking forward to throwing those on, and I will be back after I get everything done. Talk to you soon. Okay, and we are back. The parts are in, and I am very, very impressed with how everything went in. Everything went in very easily. Short of a few little things, as I've mentioned in previous videos, Injora isn't the best with including instructions, and I'll go over a few of those little things. So first off, I put on the red tow hooks, both on the front and back. For whatever reason, the website says that the tow hooks are only compatible with the back bumper on the Defender. But I'm going to prove them wrong because they went on just fine on the stock plastic bumper of the Defender. So whatever you read on the website, don't necessarily believe it. They fit on both ends, no problem there. With the shocks, I ended up going with the stock springs. I've seen a few videos that the springs that come with the 53mm shocks are a little bit too soft, so I went with the stock ones, and I've got no binding. You know, the rebound is just fine, like no stickiness, no nothing. So I'm very happy with how that turned out. There's also some videos on the nuanced setup on how you know, when you fill the oil and where you place the shock piston. I wasn't overly concerned with that. I was looking for something in the middle where I had full rebound, but also I was getting full shock travel as well. So everything came out really, really nice with the shocks there. And again, as you can see, they're set at almost full, I guess, lack of preload, and I'm getting full rebound with the stock springs. So very happy there. And then finally, I went with the brass steering knuckles and the, C hubs or whatever they're called, these little guys. Those went in okay. I had a little bit of issues with the I guess they're C hubs here. So it came with these little extra pieces. I'm just going to try to focus in. These little silver spacers. And I had no indication as to where those went. And it took me a couple of times with experimenting with putting everything together with like the caster blocks and the hubs. Because a couple of times there was some play, vertical play and everything, and it just wasn't working out. And then ultimately I discovered that these little spacers, let me focus this here. Yeah, those little spacers, if you can see here, go right in the C hubs on each end on the inside. So it's basically a spacer between the C hub and the steering knuckle. So you might be able to just see the silver in there. So that's where they go. I wasn't sure at first. It took me a couple times to figure it out. But overall, everything went in okay, aside from that little roadblock but I'm very, very happy. I think we've reached the end of the build for the TRX4M. I'm not going to go totally crazy. I have some other projects on the go and some other interests developing, mini Zs. So I'm happy to drive this as is now with probably about a 70% Injora build on here. I'm very happy with the products, the price. You can't go wrong. Takes about 2 weeks of shipping to Canada. So can't wait to drive this thing, you know, especially when the springtime comes. We have a couple of jamborees at our local club. Let's see how she goes. So overall, very satisfied, and I hope you enjoyed the build for my TRX4M with Injora, and see you in the next video with whatever comes next.